Hi everyone, my name is Sean Patel and I'm the founder of 2400 Expert. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about our SAT private tutoring. So to start off, I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. Back when I was in high school, I started out with just an average SAT score, and then after hundreds of hours of preparation, I was able to raise it to a perfect SAT score, which is something that just 0.02% of students achieve. Now, because of my SAT score, I was able to uh, basically change my life. I received admission into prestigious universities, received $250,000 in scholarships, and even got to meet the President of the United States. And so since then, I've written #1 best-selling SAT and ACT books, and I'm also an MD and MBA student at both Yale and USC. And but most importantly, I've started 2400 Expert, which is a test preparation company in which we teach students how to improve their own SAT and ACT scores, basically based on all curriculum that I've written, based on my own experience when I raised my own SAT score. So, the first thing that I'll cover is just when you should start studying for the SAT. So if you're looking for private tutoring, when should you be doing it? And the answer to that question is really as soon as possible. So a lot of people wait until late junior year or early senior year to do SAT prep, and oftentimes that's such a busy time in high school that it's hard to do SAT prep at that time. And so I recommend starting earlier. I started sophomore year in high school, and what we've noticed over the past 5 years is that students that start as freshmen or sophomores taking our classes and doing tutoring end up scoring the highest on the SAT. They go to the best colleges and they win the most scholarships. So where can our private tutoring take place? Well, our private tutoring can take place really just about anywhere. Typically, tutors will meet students either at a local library or at your home, or if we don't have a tutor in your city, we can also do it online in a virtual classroom similar to the one you're seeing here. A virtual classroom basically works just like a traditional classroom. I can show you guys presentations, PowerPoints in here. I can look up a whiteboard and write on it. I can interact with you just like I would in person. And so we do online private tutoring as well for students who aren't in a city where we have a tutor. Now, our instructors for our SAT private tutoring are really awesome. They're the same instructors who teach our SAT classes, and they're really, really good. So they've all scored in the 99th percentile in the SAT, and they all have significant teaching experience. We've auditioned them all to make sure that they can communicate difficult material. They have years of experience. I mean, they have perfect SAT scores, perfect ACT scores. They've gone to Harvard, Yale, all kinds of great universities. They have PhDs, MBAs, MDs, really, really get great teaching staff. We pay more than anyone else in the industry, and that's why we get the best instructors who really care about students' success. And so, how does our private SAT tutoring work? Well, really, it works very similar to how the course works, where instead of 3-hour classes, our private tutoring sessions are 2 hours because it's very focused one-on-one with the student, and we focus on each student's individual weaknesses and issues with the test. We cover a lot of the material that is similar to what's found in the course, but we also tailor it to the student's specific needs. In your private SAT tutoring packages, we also assign homework and expect students to do that between our private SAT tutoring sessions. And I basically recommend private SAT tutoring for students that are unable to attend our classes. If the schedule just simply doesn't work for you because you have extracurricular activities or some other reason, then definitely consider private SAT tutoring. I also recommend it for students who work better in a one-on-one environment with an instructor rather than a classroom environment with 12 other students or 10, 11 other students. In addition, I also recommend it for sort of brush up tutoring or for advanced students, meaning if there's just one area of the test that you really need to focus on, or if you're a really advanced student who's taken our courses before, then private SAT tutoring is probably a good way to go to basically boost your score that last bit that it needs to increase for whatever section it may be. So private SAT tutoring, I highly recommend it for those of you that are looking to achieve the highest levels of SAT scores. I do some private tutoring myself, but my schedule is somewhat limited due to my MD, MBA schedule at Yale and USC. But you are in good hands with any of our instructors, whether it be me or whether it be someone else, and we look forward to tutoring you one-on-one. And so I wish you guys all the best with your SAT, college, and scholarship goals. All right, thanks.